I value the good things in life. Great food, comfortable clothes, the perfect pour at the end of a long day, and the hardworking people who bring quality products to life. I'm fascinated by how the things I love come to be. So I've teamed up with my friends at Nutrient Solutions and Farm Journal to explore the journey from seed to shelf and to get to know the growers who dedicate their lives to making it happen. How are growers feeding a growing world? Come with me to find out. I'm Brett Griffin. This is Leading the Field. There's nothing better than a good old steak fresh off the grill. Got to get the seasoning just right. Oh, the sear on this thing looks amazing. I know somewhere there's a cattleman that worked really hard for me to be able to enjoy this steak. That's delicious and perfectly cooked. I got to find out where this came from.
Brett, what's up, old buddy?
Hey, Thaddeus, what you up to?
Just getting ready to go out and spray a little bit. What are you up to today?
You're my personal agriculture expert, and I have cooked the best steak I've ever cooked in my life. So, hey, I want you to try it.
That looks delicious.
All right, tell me what you think.
That's great.
So now we get to the important part. I want to find a cattleman that can tell me why my steak tastes so good, because I know it's not just my cooking.
Well, I've tasted your cooking. It's darn good, but I have a buddy in Western Kentucky. I need to send you to see him.
Okay.
Joe Nichols and his wife Ashley, Seven Springs Farm in Western Kentucky. I'm gonna give them a call and let them know you're coming. They'll give you all the ingredients, so to speak.
Okay.
Will make this taste so good.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for a trade-off. I'm gonna let you keep that steak.
I'm gonna go to work.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
ya. If you're wondering where's the beef, I found it. We're here in Cadiz, Kentucky at Seven Springs Farms, where Joe and Ashley Nichols have an amazing cattle operation. I love beef, I love steaks for special occasions. I've always taken credit for why they taste so good. The rubs, the marinades, the reality is it's not that. It's people like them growing amazing beef. Let's go find them. You must be Joe and Ashley.
Brett.
Good to see you.
Hi there.
Hey, thank y'all for inviting me out here.
Welcome to Seven Springs.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm on a quest to find what it takes to have a good burger and a good steak.
There you
You're
go.
at the right place.
I'm in the right place. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So tell me a little bit about this farm.
We've started in the backgrounding operation. We'll background around 15,000 head a year. So
15,000.
15,000.
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot
This
of
is
hooves.
this is a lot of space though.
A lot of space.
It is.
A lot of green space.
But that's part of the key to the success of the low death rate. Happy cows, happy calves. You want them to have room to just not crowd them in, just find their own way.
I see a lot of shade around here. I see a lot of ponds around here. What is that for?
They're calling for 105 to 110 degree heat index. Well, these cattle are no different than a human. I mean, except they can't go into air conditioning. So we've got a lot of the shade structures. You got to shade the trees to where they can get out of the sun and get out of the direct sunlight, to where the better environment they're in, the less stress they have.
So when you say happy cow, you literally mean this cow is living its good life out here. It's happy.
Every calf here gets looked at every day by a guy or gal on a four-wheeler or a horse, and 7 days a week. They have to be fed 7 days a week. They have to be doctored. If they see one ears drooping, looks like it might be getting sick, they'll pull it and treat it, and we'll put them in a different pen and keep an eye on them.
I saw a food truck roaming around here. What are you feeding these guys?
We'll put a mixture of silage. Today we're feeding barley, ground barley, and that we raised here on the farm. Silage we raised and cut last year on the farm.
Are there things you learned from the row crop side of your farming over the years to apply to the cattle operation?
Oh, very much so. I mean, you don't have a waste anymore. If you have a load of grain, clean up around the grain bins, get a shower on a wet grain, some that's not in the right condition. You've always got a place to blend it, crush it, and utilize it.
So sustainability is a big part of this operation.
Our farm is working together, Brett. I mean, every part of our farm works together. From our soil, we're getting nutrients from our cows. So we have the best corn that we can feed them because they're giving us the best manure they've got because we've made them so happy out here. And then we are taking everything we know about our grain, our crops, what the market's showing, and then taking that and taking it to people and having them do a nutritional analysis. What would be the best thing for us to feed our cow? We're not smart enough to come up with that, but we have people that are. And making sure that what we are leaving is better than what we started with. This farm's going to go to our kids, our grandkids, and our great-grandkids.
You don't want to work for nothing your whole life and see it disappear.
Yeah.
That's an honest to God opinion.
Right.
Every farmer, no matter if he's raising blueberries, peaches, strawberries, pork, cattle, he's not doing it for short term. If you're in this for the short term, you're in the wrong business.
You're in the wrong business. You're guiding your children to keep growing this legacy and this operation, which is a massive operation. How do you guys get them ready?
They've been around it since they could walk. Set tobacco, been around the cattle, been around the row crops, help prepare the lunches for our harvest crew. They learn to respect the employees. This operation is so large, you can't just say it's a family operation. It's a family operation, but it totally consists of so many different families.
Our employees, they're just got to be our greatest resource.
I walk in a grocery store and I see a steak. Ashley, what should I see?
Gosh, you should see the hard work that goes into this, the blood, sweat, and the tears. There's a lot of nights working on pivots. There's a lot of nights up here checking on a sick cow. There's a lot of nights that are just sleepless because you don't know. You don't know what the market's going to hold. You don't know. So it's not just a piece of beef laying there. It's somebody's heart and soul.
We can do without a lot of stuff,
Right.
but we have to have a food supply,
Right.
a clean, safe food supply.
Right.
And to wake up every morning and look out, and the humility and the humbleness to know, to some people it's a job, but to me it's what I was meant to do.
Yeah. Well, I see this big smile on your face, Ashley. So there's one thing I know. Happy wife, happy life. And now I know, Joe, happy cow, happy steak.
You've met the meaning of what Seven Springs is.
That's awesome. Well, I know it takes a big team of people to make this operation this successful. So I want to go meet some of those team members.
I've got I'm blessed to have the greatest team and a lot of diversity in them in our operation. Let's go meet them.
But I can't ride a horse, so we're going to walk out of here.
You got to.
Cattle farm this awesome has to have a lot of help. No way you're doing this by yourself.
Oh, absolutely not. If you've seen the size and the scope and the complexity, you know there's no way one person can look after it or one group of people. As you're here where we originally started from the backbone of Seven Springs. I want to introduce you to some of our associates.
How's it going, Brett?
With Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Johnson.
Rob,
Nice to
how
meet
long
you.
have you known Joe?
Well, I moved here with crop production / Nutrient Ag Solutions in '94, and we struck up a deal then and have been working together ever since.
And it's been a partnership that's grown off of trust and reliability, and there's never been a problem we couldn't work through, and that's where that builds long-term relationships.
So Rob's in the trenches. Steve, are you dealing with more issues, broader issues?
Yeah, so what I do for Joe and his operation is support him at a little higher level. It's thinking differently on his operation, and advice and input that Joe gives me helps us make decisions on their farm together, right? An operation his size requires different things, different obstacles. Them obstacles, then we have to turn opportunities. And how do we go about that? That's where Joe and I really develop and strengthen our relationship and our business opportunities.
So you're leaning on these guys year round.
Rob's there is a destination knowledge of information for what's going on in the fields daily. Steve's bringing information from Nutrient Ag Solutions and their research, whether it be by weather, long-term outlooks. There's so many things that Nutrient is doing in a large scale that brings value to where information, quicker you get information, the quicker you can make decisions.
Your personal relationship with Joe seems almost more important than the business side of it. Like, you guys are in this together.
His success is my success, and my success is his success. You learn to depend on each other.
Yeah. As impressive as this operation is, I'm going to put you guys to the test, because the whole reason I came here was for a dang good steak.
Well, we've got that. Nothing goes better with a good steak and a cold beer.
Well, let's go
So
check
go
it out.
have one.
I love all those things. After you, boys. I came to Kentucky in search of what it takes to raise quality beef, and that's exactly what they do at Seven Springs Farms. Joe, Ashley, and their team do everything they can to make sure their animals live the good life, a key ingredient to providing all of us with a safe, bountiful, and high-quality food supply. Our next episode, I'm heading to California to see how wine makes its way from vineyard to bottle to my glass. I'm Brett Griffin. Keep on leading the field.